Good evening, Freestyle family. I hope everyone is doing great. Cruise with me for a minute. I'm offering healing and hugs because I need them too. Fellas, chime in, but ladies, let's chat. This for us. This is what I have and it's for us. So, the inspiration I have for us today is nobody can play us unless we play ourselves. It's just like that. So, we're going to start with love because that's what I got. So, listen, ladies, seriously, in love, what we have to realize is, because I've been here before, so I ain't telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know. No man can play you unless you had a part in him playing you. Like, if he did it, it was wrong. We got that. But how could he have played you if you are not a willing participant in some kind of way? Because the only kind of way that he didn't play you, which he technically still did, is let's say you found out something and then you got out in the nick of time. And it's good because I hope that everybody did that. Whatever game somebody was playing with you, a man was playing with you, I hope you got out in the nick of time once you found out. However, he still played them. That's where I'm going with this. So it's not to point any fingers. It's healing and hugs. But if you didn't, it's like, yes, you can be upset. Yes, you can be angry. But what we have to understand is that the only way someone is allowed to play you, and I'm talking about romantic levels, is if you are a willing participant. Like, you have to have allowed it. It's just that simple. And ladies, I heard this from a man. I never forget, years ago, my pastor said, the reason I always, I preach to my ladies because I want them to understand that we set the tone, ladies, for every relationship we have in our life, but we just on love right now. We set the tone. A man said it out of his mouth. A man can't do what you don't allow him to do. This is the thing, though, ladies. Most of the time, they're going to try. It's just that simple because I see it like that. That doesn't make him a horrible man. That doesn't make him a bad man. That doesn't make him a good man. You take your situation. You see your situation if you've been through this for what it is. But what I'm seeing is, even if the man is what you would consider a good guy, a stand-up guy, right? He's still going to try. He's still going to try. And that's why I could see what my pastor was saying when he said, I'm talking to y'all because y'all set the tone. A man can't do what you don't allow him to do, period. Even treat you good, ladies. We'll talk about that another day. But a man can't even treat you good if you don't allow it. So he definitely can't treat you bad if you don't allow it. And I'm just speaking to my ladies because, listen, queens, I really want us to know how powerful we really are. We really do set the tone. Don't be fooled by nothing that's going on. We really do set it, and can't nothing move without us. I said what I said. So in that case, since we know that we set the tone, since we know that we're queens, see, when you know who you are, you just act accordingly. That don't mean peasants ain't gonna come trying to play. That ain't what that means. They still gonna come trying to play. But see, when you know better, you do better so you don't allow it. Even if you've been there before, oh, well, whatever. It was a part of the lesson. We all had to learn a lesson. At some point in our life, I don't care if it was elementary school and some little boy played with you, whatever. We had to learn that lesson, that that's what they do, but we set the tone in the relationships we have with men. So at the end of the day, they need us. They're going to either get right or get left. But the thing is, make sure that you stand in your power, queens. Make sure that you know your worth and you know who you are so you act accordingly. Because the thing about acting accordingly, you will be able to fill out who needs to be in your space and who don't. You will see it. You will see the ones who's coming along playing you. You'll see the ones that's coming along and they're stand-up guys and they done playing or they don't want to play or however this goes. But the thing about it, ladies, listen. Can't nobody play us unless we play ourselves first. Once we know that, we ain't gonna play ourselves anyway, because we know how it goes. Let's talk about friends. We gonna get on friends too. Male or female, but I'm seeing female friends. Listen, I said in any of your relationships, you can't let nobody play with you. And the reason I'm speaking of friends, because I feel that listen, every woman I feel personally, that's me. When I say you're beautiful, that's how I see it. But I also see that beauty is internal first. If you don't have it internally first, you ain't externally beautiful, and it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You can put on all the makeup in the world, you can put on all the hair, you can put on all the clothes, fashion, like whatever, and dress yourself up and do all of that. But if it's not on the inside of you, that's what I mean when I say that you're beautiful. Ladies, beautiful ones, y'all have some ladies around y'all that should not be in your space. I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm not going to speak on gentlemen and talk to you and say, hey, don't play yourself in a relationship with a man, and not come back and tell you the same thing when it comes to women, because I've had to learn it. A lot of us good, kind-hearted people, you've had women in your space that shouldn't have been in your space, just like you've had men in your space that shouldn't have been in your space. You've had women that were smiling, acting like they was your friend. This could be your family too. That's just what I'm saying. It can be in the workplace. It can be business partners. But you had people around you that they was playing you. And you was playing yourself by allowing it, because I'm seeing this for a lot of women. And I can't speak for all, but I'm going to say for a lot of women, they vibe because they feel like, hey, I'm a woman, we're cool, we have the same interests, this and this and that and that. But you end up having women around you that really don't have the same interests you have, and you don't even know it sometimes. See, the key to not playing yourself in either one of these relationships that I just named, ladies, is being healed, knowing yourself. Because you'll know, like I said, what man to have in your life, what man coming around playing, and what man is coming around being a stand-up guy. It's the same thing with your friends. It's time out for us playing like we don't know that, ladies. And I'm saying it out of love with a hug. It's time out for us trying to be kind-hearted to people, wanting to have friends, wanting to have women in your space. Nothing is wrong with none of that. But we, just like when you picking a good mate in your life, a good man, or even if you are interested in women, however this go for you, you have to have people in your life that deserve to be in your energy. And this has came up for me for a while, and I was like, okay, let's speak on that. It's not just about us as women picking the right partnerships when it comes to us dating and marrying. We need to get some of these women out of our space that's in our space. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your family, your sisters, whatever. You know that their energy is just not on your level. And I don't care if you've been friends with somebody for a certain period of time and you feel like, oh, we grew up together or whatever the case was. But at the end of the day, y'all don't vibe the same. And see, the thing about it is, if you with a man in a relationship and you don't vibe the same, it ain't gonna work. Same thing with women that acting like like they your friends. It ain't gonna work. Y'all don't vibe the same. I don't care how much this person dress it up or what they do. Let's stay woke, ladies, because I see that, and I see it a lot of times, and I've been through it myself, and I see a lot of times as women, it's like men always say that, like, oh, women are always messy, they always into stuff, and we ain't saying that the men ain't, so hold on. We're not saying that they're not, but it's because women are a lot of times together in packs. We're just like that. We're loving, we're nurturing, we like being around each other, but I'm telling you, it's always some messy ones in the bunch. And a lot of times it's the ones you would never suspect because you're still trying to be that kind-hearted, loving person. Listen, I ride shotgun with my purse for a reason. You don't have to have a lot of women around you. You don't have to have one woman around you if she doesn't mean you well. I'm just saying, sisters, you don't. Because I'm seeing a lot of that. And a lot of times, you don't even realize that the women that you keep in your space have a great effect on the men you attract. And I've heard this from a man. He'll say, men look around. When women are in groups and things like that, they look around and they can tell the women in the group, like the vibes of them. Men study, they pay attention. Maybe we should pay attention a little more and we won't have the wrong women in our space. And I feel like that's something that I have just seen overall. I'm not saying that women are the only ones that can keep up mess, but you don't typically see it with guys. And the thing about women and how we move, if you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. But you have to have the right kind of women with the right kind of energy in your space, because that breeds way more envy and jealousy and a lot of those things. So that's all I'm saying, ladies. If we don't play ourselves in romantic relationships, we can't play ourselves in friendships as well. Everybody around you does not mean you well. I'm seeing that. You'll know if this is for you. Maybe this is a confirmation. You've already been thinking it. You've already been, kind of maybe side-eyeing somebody you have been friends with for a long time. Maybe y'all became distant for some reason and you couldn't figure it out. I'm telling you what it is. Because I'm seeing that a lot of people didn't realize or just thought to themselves like, I'm sure there's no animosity between us. I'm sure there's no envy because, I love her and we've been friends for so long and that's my family, that's my cousin, that's my sister, that's my mama, whoever it was. So there would be no reason to be any kind of jealousy in between us. Ladies, the thing is, and fellas, make sure you tell your daughters this as well. Nobody can play you unless you play yourself. You have to be a willing participant in anybody playing any kind of game with you. If you ain't a part of the game, don't play the game. You know what I mean? I hope that I said something to inspire someone. I know it inspired me first. Sometimes we just have to talk about things that are true that we've been possibly overlooking for some time. But I guarantee you, if you examine your life, and I've been saying this for a while, and you make sure that the company you keep is of quality and not quantity, you'll be able to see a difference between who needs to be there and who needs to leave. This is in any relationship you have in your life. Even if it's a business relationship, be there for business, not for anything else, because I'm hearing that specifically. Leave it business. Because a lot of people don't even want to see you excel in that. And you don't have a problem with seeing other people do it, but people got a problem with seeing you doing it. Ladies, I love y'all, and this was for us. Gentlemen, make sure you chime in because you can learn something to tell your little ladies. Till next time, queens, I am sending you all peace and love. Namaste.